Hi everyone, so today we're going to be creating this background. This background was created with Canva.com, which is a great marketing tool, but it's a great way to also organize your life. Either you have classes, work, different jobs that have like different things on the computer, or just overall like you work online all the time, so you just need the different areas to put your folders into. So what we're going to start by doing is going to Google Chrome, and we had it open to a new tab, and then you're going to type in Canva.com and it brings you to this website, and this is where you can put all different types of marketing tools to use. I have used it for my different program activities because I'm an RA, which is a resident assistant. I have different ads for different events that we put on. I have all these different things. I also use it for my own personal work, which is Mary Kay. So I put like my different ads for Instagram or Snapchat, and I'll just make them here and save them to my phone and put them online. I also did all my sister's wedding decorations because I'm also an event planner, and I also put all my different thumbnails for YouTube up here. So what you're going to want to do is you want to go to the search and you want to type in YouTube, and you want the thumbnail type, which is right here. And once you have this, you then want to go to this side area. This has all the different templates that you can use. It also has the different elements that we're going to be using today, text as well as we're going to be using today, background, and you can also upload photos, browse, and put different apps. I'm not familiar with using apps, but I'll familiarize myself with that so I can teach you guys more things. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to background, and it has all these different types of backgrounds, and the one I like is right here. It's like this smoke thing. It just fills up the background, and now we're going to go to elements, and it has all these different shapes and things that you can put in. You want something with an outline, so look for something like this. You also want to look for something that says free. Free means that you won't have to pay for it in the end, or it won't have these like crazy Canva lines on it, and those lines look like this. So use this background. It has these, and you don't want the logo on it. To remove the watermarks, as it said, it's $1. So like I don't really have $1, so I'm not going to use that. So I'm just going to go back to my original background, which is the undo buttons up here. And we're going to go to elements, and we're going to find a box that we like. I like this one. So I'm going to bring this up here. So obviously that's too big. This would be like 2 box if you're like work and school, and that's how you like to do it simply. But I like to be more organized than that. So I'm going to bring these down. I'm going to bring these out a little. And that looks like a good size. So I'm going to control. I'm going to Command C. I'm on a Mac. I also have a PC, so it's a little confusing. And you're just going to Command V it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You can also Command V 6 times, 8 times, how many times you need to fit in how many things you have in your life. I take 5 classes, and I also like an extra box for printouts, so that's what I'm going to do. It has these great purple lines, so that way you can see how even you are with everything. And I'm just going to bring this up. So as you can tell, this is all centered. Oh, I just moved it. You have the purple lines, so you have going across and centered, and everything else is intact. And I'm just going to confirm with this, and this. Alright, sweet. So now that we have all that set, I'm going to choose the color for these. I like to click on the bottom ones or the middle ones or the side ones just to see the color that I'm dealing with. And I want something that's more spring tone but still like can be used for winter time. I like to go over to this area, which is the greens and blues, because I like mint. I'm just going to choose something that I like. So I like this color, and so you go back and it says change all, so we want to change all, and it changes all of them for you. And now we have to put in our classes, so I'm going to go to text. Text, you can just simply add a heading, but I don't like to do that, so I'm going to find a preset text that I like. So I think I'm going to go with this one. So this is called a group on Canva. You can move it around as a whole, but we're going to want to ungroup all that. So we're going to go over to the delete button, which is over here. And we're going to do delete element, and it gets rid of the bottom one, and the top one, and then we're going to do the bottom one, and that deleted that. So now I'm just going to double click, and I'm just going to backspace all this. And my first class that I take on Mondays is stats. So now you're just going to drag this over, bring it over here, center it. So it's a little too big, so I'm just going to move it over, bring this back over. Up here you can change the font size. I like 21. Maybe a little too small, so we're going to do 24. That looks good. I'm just going to drag it back up. I don't know why it does that. Alright, so that's centered. So now I'm going to just change, see how the black is kind of dark on this black? I'm just going to change it to white, which is over here, and that looks better. I'm just going to Command C this, or you can also go over here, which is copy, and it just makes multiple copies for you. And then you just drag them over to their desired places. I'm just going to double click on all these. I'm just going to type in my classes. I have eWorld after stats, and then I have micro, and I have psych. My last class is PDS, which is Professional Development Seminar, and that's where we learn all about our different LinkedIn, resumes, cover letters, anything that can help us with real life stuff. We learn that in that class. We take it once a week for an hour and a half per one semester per year. So freshman year through senior year, we only take it like for one of the semesters, if that makes sense. But we just learn different things, and how to do mock interviews and all that fun stuff. And then my last box, which is right here, I'm just going to type in prints. And I like to have this print box because when I have papers due the next day or presentations due the next day, I just move the file from whatever file it is, and I just bring it over here. Next, I'm just going to click out of that and bring the mouse over to this side, so that way you don't have any of these lines that you can kind of tell that are popping up on the screen. And next, you're going to want to click Shift Command 4 on your keyboard, and you get this lovely cross thing, and you just want to bring it over to the corner. Bring this over, and as you can tell, it makes a white box over everything. And you just want to screenshot this. And then next, you want to close out of that, bring that down, and then you have this wonderful screenshot. But how do you get this one? This you bring up here. So as you can tell, these are two different ones, and I'm just going to File, rename it as New Back 3, and enter. And now that's the new title. As you can tell, it changed over here too. And now you just want to bring that down, and then with 2 fingers on a MacBook, you want to click the mouse pad and do Change Desktop Background. And as you can tell, it clears out the old background. And on my desktop, I currently have this one, which pops up over here. So I'm just going to click that, and there we go. You have your new background. You can also tell that this side's a little bit more than this side, but that's okay, because for me, when I have extra things, I like to put the files over here because the files fit pretty well, depending on how long I put the title here. And then this way, so I can just show you from my previous semester, I'm going to open this up, and I have all my different files in here. And then sophomore year, I'm just going to drag this out, and I have, in my sophomore year, I have my EMP final. So if I wanted to print this out, I just put it over here to my prints, bring this down. Sophomore year, I'm just going to put this in PDS because I'm going to probably use some of these things in the upcoming semester. And then I'm just going to, I like to make everything straight just because I'm a little bit OCD like that. I'm just going to bring this in here. And now I have my folders that are in line, my prints that I need to print out for the next day. And now I have a new, wonderful, organized desktop background. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Happy holidays to everyone, and please subscribe for more videos like this.